お前はもう死んでいる。何？
What is up, guys? Happy Halloween! And can you guys guess who I am? Write down in the comments right now. I'll give you like 2 seconds. 1, 2. I had to come as budget power because my Lucy cosplay didn't come in time. But here you are. I managed to put something together. But yeah, round 1's gonna start really soon. I'll see you guys right after that. Also, guys, if you guys enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below what decks you guys are playing for this format and what you guys are going to be dressed up as for this Halloween. And also, if you guys want any other merch that you see during the live duel, and we just released our Musashi line, you guys can head over to HeadtoHeadBattles.com. All the links will be in the description box down below. Let's get this local started. Alrighty, guys, let's get round 1 started. I actually ended up losing the die roll. I don't think I won any of the die rolls today. But yeah, he goes D-Shifter. So I thought he was playing Exo Sisters because he also did the Prosperity, but you see it right there. Traps and he was basically playing trap tricks. He was playing a trap deck. I haven't seen that in a while. Starts up with the Shade, I think, and he gets a trap trick Sarah out. And I think she's unaffected by traps, but I only played 2 traps, Solid and Meta Noise, so I think that's gonna be too much of a issue there. So as you see in my hand, I have the Super Poly, the Bell, and I don't think I had any other tier monster. Oh no, I did have a tier monster, but I'm under D-Shifter, so I'm not gonna waste my Rhino Heart Foolish Barrow with that. So it's funny. So I just normal summon the Squamata, and I think I just attack into the Sarah here. And I think my opponent also made a couple of misplays here and there, but since I am not a well-versed trap tricks player, I wasn't aware. But I did end up super polying him here to go into the Garura with his Sarah and... Is that Vesiculo? I know Susu always says it with an accent, but yeah, it was Vesiculo. So I went into Garura. So since I'm not under the D-Shifter anymore for the next turn, went into the, you guys know the Rhino Heart route, dumped the Merly effect. I got the Kalos out with the fusion, but yeah, I think that was bottomless trap hole. So my kit unfortunately got banished, but I did get her add effect, which did I add a Meta Noise? I think I added a Meta Noise. Yeah, here I was just asking a simple judge call if I can still add off the kit, and yes, which I can. So I added the Meta Noise because since this isn't a fusion deck, Meta Noise is pretty good because he can't link with face down monsters, so that's why I ended up adding that. So I went Shiren, but he negated it with, oh my goodness, Jen can't read the other trap hole card, which negates it even if it's from the hand, so it just stays in my hand. And I just ended up going into battle, and my opponent from here, I don't think he drew like any of his names. But yeah, so he didn't really do much here. All he had was all his trap cards, and I went the Shiren. My mills were okay. I milled the Scream, which you can add a trap tricks card. Oh, and I did mill the Shiren. I was wrong. I milled the Shiren, and I went into the Rhino Heart route. Shuffle back the other back row. Oh, and I know there's a glare there, guys, but that is a summon limit. That should be a summon limit. Yeah, so that's a summon limit. And I believe I have 1 more left because I know something like you could do 2, right? Yeah, so I got I think he sniped the Bigfoot and I got rid of the other set. I think here I just attacked for game and I just attacked for game. We went immediately into game 2. What did I side out? I know I sided out the Dark Ruler. I think those 2 are the Dark Rulers. Oh, my Cyclones. Yes, I added in the Cyclones because obviously back row decks, trap decks, I need back row removal. The only back row removal I play is the Duster. So, not bad adding off the Cyclones. I'm sorry if I keep doing this to this bangs. It is really, this is just up in my face. But this is how power looks like, so I'm gonna keep it authentic. And yeah, again, I said it in the other parts of the video, guys. It's a very... Yeah, like this format, well, especially for our locals, definitely a lot of rogue. I don't think there's like a nice like tier format, tier 0 deck right now. So that's why I'm waiting for Shizus to come out, because that deck is insanely good. What did he strike here? I think he struck my Merly stuff. Yeah, that didn't go off. But I did manage. I had the Kit Fusion out, so I added the Meta Noise again, and then I did Kit Effect, targeting herself, milling. Oh, 5. Oh, he striked my Merle. I'm sorry. That's what he striked. So I could only get the 5. So here, I didn't mill anything that good. I milled all my Cyclones. Yeah, that was pretty sad. Like, I saw all my Cyclones go. I was like, oh, wow, the one card that I actually need to somehow kind of beat this deck. But yeah, get here. I have the Rhino Heart. And yeah, I full spell the Rhino. And then I got the Kaleido out. Shuffle back the back row and then pop the other one with Pearly Rhino. But then that comes back. Is that the shield? I know I got the name wrong, but yeah, that just comes back as a dark 300 defense monster. And yeah, that was the end of it because I just OTK'd him right away. Okay guys, I am sweating. not like Yu-Gi-Oh term sweating. Oh my god, this wig is insanely hot. This is after round 1, guys, and as you guys saw in the commentary and in the live duel before, we took that one. It was an interesting deck. Didn't expect to see like trap tricks, but we did take that one, and we're gonna go into round 2 right now, so I'll see you guys after round 2. Okay guys, so we just ended round 2. We went up against Visty Dragon Mates. That's what you like to call it. And then he had a sprinkle of Branded and a Fenrir. I think that was from the Kashri Law archetype. But yeah, that was what was going on. I did manage to take a few like clips here and there so you guys can kind of have like a little bit of a visual as I'm talking about it. So my opponent ended up winning the die roll, and I did go second. And my opening hand was okay, not that great, could have been better. I drew 2 Pearly Rhinos, a Bell, and Instant Fusion, and a Falco. I added the Shadell Falco because I needed another level 2, and it was a Shadell monster for Windows, so you know, not too bad. So, but my opponent ended up taking that one. He got all of his monsters out. He got the House Dragon Maid, he got the Lubellion out, and I couldn't really do much because he did end up DD crowing me consecutively twice, so couldn't get any of my tier monsters from the graveyard to fusion summon there. And I think at one point he also had the Ash, and I couldn't get my Kalos ad, so that was fun. And then for game 2, not too much I can do either because my opponent just ended up having way more resources. I did manage to super poly away his Chamber Dragon Maid, and I believe it was the House. No, not House. It was Xiao. It was Xiao, and I got my Dragon Stapilia out, but that Jago Negate was not enough for me to win. So unfortunately, my opponent did take that 2-0, but we still have round 3 to go. So let's see what we bump into next. All right, guys, before we go into round 3, look at all these LTS packs. I got an extra 3 because I came in a cosplay. All right, let's try this one. There we go. Wow, Battle Guard. Ah, DDD. Okay. So many of these too. Another Chalice. Okay. Alright guys, these are the new ones. The OT's 20s. They're Does Jen get lucky? Do I finally get an ulti today? I got a lot of packs. Okay, nope. This thing. Oh, Harold. Okay, Harold. I need that for a Shizus. Huh? Oh my god, okay. Oh, Beast Dweller. Didn't know that was a reprint. And, oh gosh, okay, token. Elephant? Blackwing? Oh gosh.
I don't even want to open my hat.
Oh, this was a reprint? I didn't know that. King of the Swamp. Alright guys, ready? This is the final.
Boom.
Oh my gosh, this option token. Oh my gosh, a token!
No. Fucking BS. Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Let's pulling that card.
How are you that lucky?
Full skill, Jake. Again.
Alrighty guys, so I have my drink here and kudos to you guys who also do cosplays. This wig, I am sweating a lot. So kudos to you guys who also does these things and wear it for like hours and hours. But yeah, this is after game 3. Your girl couldn't take it. I went up against Palisades, and for the first game, game 1, I did get my wind out because my hand was insane, my mills were insane, but and then yeah, my opponent just immediately scooped. That was game 1. So Rinda, he said scoop. All right, we'll go game 2. So I had no knowledge of what he was playing, so I didn't really know what to side in. So I just kind of went the generic route. So I put it in the drolls to see if that would help, and I still had my ashes and bells. Yeah, so I was hoping for the best. And game 2, unfortunately, I lost game 2, and even though I had the Winda and the Drago out, he did manage to get over it, and he got the Argonaut out, which was a 4600 beater because he had all the equipped ones, and it's unaffected by everything, card effects basically, because of Battle Ocean, I believe, or if she was in an else way. Comment down below, guys, because I do remember, I don't remember exactly what it was that made her that way. So yeah, couldn't get over that. And in game 3, the similar thing happened. Argonaut was just on the board. I couldn't get over it. I had no resources. I think all I had was like a jackalope on hand, so couldn't really do anything there. So opponent did end up taking it 2-1. Yep, we'll try again next time, guys. So we're gonna go into round 4. This is a 4-round locals today, and I will get you the feature match and the deck profile. So I'll see you guys then. Oh well, hello there. I'm just getting myself a bottle of water, guys. Yeah, it is hot in this wig. And also, I just want to quickly talk about the format right now, what the meta is. Definitely, I think everyone's just doing like their own mashup. It's definitely not tier 0 yet. I think after Mavens, maybe. Yeah, with the Shizu tier, but not right now. I think everyone, I see a lot of rogue decks, and everyone just kind of like putting like in the new archetypes, and I'm really sitting like power right now, aren't I? But yeah, everyone's just kind of putting their own twist. That's why even in my matchup, Dragon Maid matchup, Marincess matchup, and there was a lot of people who added in the Bisted cards in their current decks right now. So I think that's kind of what's happening here. So comment down below, guys, what decks you guys are playing and what kind of decks you guys see at your own locals, or if you guys do go to like other bigger tournaments. I would love to read it, guys. And also, if you guys want to see or get the new Mosachi line, you guys can head over to HeadtoHeadBattles.com. All the links will be in the description box down below. Go right now, go check for 2 seconds. I'll be right here. Yeah, so if you guys want to get those hoodies, it is an oversized hoodie. It will be here in time for Christmas if you guys want to get it as a gift. So I'll see you guys after round 4, which will be the feature match and the deck profile.
Boys, we're finally into the feature match, and we have an interesting one for you today. I'm not really sure what it is because it's my first time seeing it, but let's see how this commentary goes. So, oh, okay, Sprite, Jet. Jet will get him a Sprite starter. Normal play, he's going to go to a gigantic Sprite detach, and he's going to summon a Kid. Okay, Sprite tri-brigade. Kind of spicy. So we're going to do a Splite Elf. Now, let's see where we go from here. Okay, now he's going to go Cuirass because Cuirass is level 2. And now we're going to go into a Frigid, and then Frigid will summon from the hand. Oh, no summon from the hand. We're going to hard make the Bear Brum, and then Frigid will draw, put one back. We're going to summon out the Kit with the Elf, go into a Double Oath, and a Pit Knight early. That is really spicy. I'm actually super interested in this deck profile. Hope he wins this. He's going to set 2. One of them's probably Double Cross, and the other one is probably Revolt. Double Cross is an insane card. So, the Bestial player is going to summon Druid's Worm by banishing the Jet. And then from here, we're going to go Allure of Darkness. We're going to draw 2, end up banishing Fonzie, a Magnamid. Wow, banish Magnamid. We're going to normal summon a Luber. That's an Aluber. We're going to go Aluber effect, I presume. Elf will summon back the Carrot. Aluber will add the Branded Fusion. Very nice. Or yeah, and then he has the Carrot for the Branded Fusion negate, which is really cool. So from here, we're going to get Sprite double crossed. He's going to take the Druid's Worm, which is kind of nice. Now our opponent is kind of forced to activate Branded Fusion, which is going to be met with a Carrot negate, which means here, you really can't do much because, I mean, the level of card advantage, the difference in card advantage is very very wild here. I don't see the Bestial branded player coming back from this. So our opponent's going to start off with the Cuirass, add it to the hand, normal summon the Cuirass, and we're going to banish 3 for a Doom Eagle, and then link climb into an access code, and then it is game from there. The Sprite Tri-Brigade player. Now, that deck works simply due to the fact that a lot of the Tri-Brigades are level 2, and you do garner a lot of advantage. Now, the Sprite portion of the deck gets you a lot of card advantage, and then oh my god, comment down below what it was again. Tri-Brigade, I'm literally getting old. The Tri-Brigade portion also gets you garners you a lot of advantage, but it's more even than it is for the Sprite engine. Now, let's see if he's playing the Nimble Beaver package to begin. So, the branded Bestial player is going to be going first, starting off with the Lubellion. He's going to discard the Lubellion, and he's going to add probably a Magnamit. Yeah, so he'll add the Magnamit. Apologies for the glare. So he'll add the Magnamit, and it looks like he opened only Bestial cards. So we'll banish the Lubellion, summon the Druid Swarm, set a card, set the Branded in red, which is going to be met with the Twin Twister, and then he's going to activate 10 key. Yeah, I don't know if he's winning this one, Chief. And then so he went Fractal Effect. Okay, he normal summoned Nimble Beaver, which will get him another Nimble Beaver. He'll special the Sprite red, go into a Gigantic Sprite. Yeah, this is pretty much game. I just don't see him coming out of this. So Gigantic Sprite will summon him out a kit, and now we can use the kit effect. Let's see if he opts to use the kit effect here. He does not. He'll special summon the blue, grabbing him a Jet. Sprite and blue, Gigantic and blue will get him to an Elf. We're going to go into a Frigid with the kit effect. Now we're going to link 2 into a Bearbone. We're going to be hard making it. Frigid will add and discard, and then we'll go Cuirass effect, summon the Double Oath, and I'm pretty sure it's game from here. There's no way we come back from this, right? Like, the branded Bestial player literally has no outs. Even if he has the Bestial cards in hand, because Gigantic Sprite resolved already, he can't summon them because you can't summon anything higher than a level Link or rank 2. We're going to go Jet into a Smashers, into a Pit Knight early, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be game. He'll set 2 pass. Pretty interesting. I don't know about giving him another turn. I'm pretty sure he could have just OTK'd. He's going to be met with a Super Poly, which will go into a Garura here. But other than that, what more could you possibly do, right? I just don't think, unless he has, okay, so he'll go Magnamit effect by banishing the Jet. And yeah, and then he'll go Magnamit, and then he drew one for Garura. I just don't see this happening for the branded Bestial player. He'll swing into the Pit Knight Earl, but before he does, he'll get met with the Revolt, which will summon the Shurag. And then he'll call the Chain Link. Shurag will banish. We're on an empty field. And then Shurag plus access code should be game here if that is the route he decides to go, which I believe he will. So we'll go Doom Eagle. And then Doom Eagle could banish if it was, up against like a tier limit matchup, but it wasn't. And then we're just going to access code in game, right? Yep, access code target Doom Eagle. And that's already lethal on the board. And I'm pretty sure his opponent he had a Saronir, but the access code will pop the Saronir anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it is what it is, and he'll swing for lethal, and that is game. Pretty interesting deck. I cannot wait for this G-Damn deck profile.
Okay, guys, this is Pilch, and he's going to give us deck profiles. The first place winner. Go ahead, Pilch.
Alright, today I was playing Tri-Brigade Sprite. It's pretty fun. I like it. Different than the other Sprite builds, but I'm just going to go hop straight into it. I'm going to start off with the Tri-Brigade engine. Play triple Fractal. Just basic. You always play this. Something you don't really do in other lists is you play triple kit just because it's level 2 and you just recycle it so much just to get dumps and everything. It's super good. Play double Nerval just to search, and double Keras because it's good. And then you play 1 Revolt. That's just Tri-Brigade stuff. You always do this. You could play 2 Revolt. I'm not a fan just because a lot of stuff you're playing just like feel bricky, but this is basically the standard Tri engine here. Then we're gonna go into the Sprites, another really big engine that backbones this deck. We're gonna play 3 blue. 3 Jet, 1 red, 1 carrot. Those are the monsters for Sprites, and then Spell Traps is going to be 3 starter, so good, draw phase, special, just go crazy, because most of the time you're summoning level 2, so the lock and the link 2s just doesn't matter, the lock does not matter at all, it's just super good. Play 1 Smashers, I was thinking about this at 2, but I ended up cutting a second one for a new card that came out, Double Cross. This card going first is insane, link 2, rank 2, just take something in grave or field, it's just nuts. I personally think it's one of the best cards to search. If you're not searching Smashers, you're going first. And then after that, I just have generic cards like hand traps, like just generic stuff you can use. So I have a 3 Nimble Beaver. I had to cut 3 cards today because I finally was able to get this card because I did not want to pay like $6 for a set. Thank God this new set had in Super. It's nice, and this is the reason I have wonky hand trap ratios. So I just cut 3 random cards. That's why I have 2 Nibs, 2 Veilers. I did keep 3 DD Crow just because it technically is an extender with Karas if you want it to be. Also, it's just really good this format. And then you also play Gamma, which is also just nuts. It doesn't really come up going first, but going second is really nice just to negate, destroy something on the field. But yeah, going first, it's only really good for like Fractal and some other stuff like that. But it comes up. And then we got 2 Tenkies, which is just search Fractal for free basically. Also baits hand traps, which is nice, and then 2 Imperm. That's it for the main deck. Everything's flexible here in this section, but I think 3 Beaver is really helpful just because it counts as beast for the grave as well. So sometimes without it, you're like running out of fuel, and you want to have something to banish for tri-brigades. It just boosts it so well. But going on to the extra deck, we're gonna have 1 Lightheart, 1 Almirage, Fairjeet. Lightheart is for banish 1 if you don't have a big grave right now, just to start linking off, which is nice. I don't really use it that much, but in desperate situations it does come up. Almirage, link 1 off any like Nerval or Kit, just search or dump, which is just good. Fairjeet, just you always make it first basically, especially from hand. You have a Karas if anything. Draw 1, put 1 back. You always draw that pesky driver. You just do that. But the next 3 is going to be Bear Broom and 2 Shurigs. 2 Shurig comes up in grind game. Also just do 1 Revolt, 1 next turn if anything. Bear Broom, I don't really use the main effect that much, but just searching Revolt's insane. Usually hard make this in the deck with just a mid combo. It's like, I think it's like the only try you hard make, so it's the one you can bring back with Revolt. And usually with a Revolt, you're having 3 spots most of the time, maybe 4, but one of those spots can be like left on the field with double Dragon Lords with the Carrot, send something. So it's usually the 3 you're gonna summon is Bear Broom, Karas, Fairjeet, Nerval, like any of those basically. The next 3 cards are going to be Pit Knight Early, Double Dragon Lords, and Desperate Doom Eagle. I'm not saying that first name, but Pit Knight Early is good friend board. Just, make it Elf next to Double Dragon Lords. Activate one of them, just a negate. Make it 0, which is good. Double Dragon Lords, you just want to make this is good bounce, send anything. And this is literally for link climbing. The second effect could come up maybe against tiers, but I haven't really had it come out that much. But could help OTK as well if you can't really climb to access, but just literally just an access tool. Next 3 being Access Code, Elf, and just another Elf. 2 Elf just comes up, just keep on reborning, recycling, banishing more to make more Tri-Beasts. Access Code, just a game closer, wipe the field if anything. Super easy to make, even with that Tri-Beast link lock, which is nice. And then the last 3 are going to be Xyz, no more links, Gigantic, Mannequin Cat, and Zeus. I was playing Downer, but decided to cut it just to fit some more cards. 1 Gigantic is cool, because I don't really see it coming up twice, because once you have your whole board established, you don't really need a second one. Mannequin Cat is just for some stuff on the side, but if you want to make room on your board, you can make this, and then link it off with something. It's also a beast as well, which can be fluid in the grave, but usually, for game 1, I just make this just to make room on my board, because I mess up and fill it up, but other than that, that's the extra deck. And now we go on to the side deck, where you see the fun stuff. So the first 3 cards are going second cards. I play 1 Pank and 2 Alpha. I just don't have a 3rd Alpha, but I would play it. But Pank's is a really good one if you draw it. Alpha is a beast that comes up, special, bounce, get stuff off the board. It's pesky. It's really good, a big beater. Most of these main deck cards aren't super big, but having this to come out of nowhere is really good. And the next 3 are cards I really like. It's for Mannequin Cat. Will's messing me up. But Mannequin Cat, we have Thunder King Ryo for Sprite, or anything with light. It's a droll. Getting called toxic, but yeah, basically a droll on legs and has a second effect that I don't even know. It negates a summon. Another funny one, a card I've had for a while in bulk, but just funny, comes up now, Testudo, good against T or anything with water. We're trying to use it against Marincess, but I didn't need to because we didn't go to game 3. Just locks you out of 18 attack or higher, which is good because you just put in defense 18. It's hard to get over. You have to have like an out in deck or like a negate. It just forces resources, which is nice. The 3rd one is Chaos Hunter. Comes up against what Exorcist or a bunch of other stuff like that. Just Dark Fiend. The Fiend part doesn't come up, but the Dark does. It's banishing. I think it's Runic too. It could come up, but I don't really make this one as much. But I do know I made Seared and Ryo a lot more. For the rest of the extra deck, I play 2 Twin. We playing 3, but because I'm playing these Mannequin Cat targets, I have to cut 1. But I do end up drawing it. It's a good card just in case. It may be in the long game if you need to draw for like a mine out or something. It's good. I also side 3 Droplets. I don't play Dark Cooler. I do prefer Droplets just because I can send a try from hand and then activate it because it got sent to grave, which is nice. But it's also just can't respond to this with other stuff. Yeah, it's good. And the final 3 is a going first card, which I never draw in my life, is Anti-Spell. just because you're going second after you set up your board. You're not really using spells, which is good, but I just like it just because, you know, a lot of decks do use spells like Runic, so you're going to force everything out first. Despia kind of screws them over if they don't have red. There's a lot of decks hard loose this anti-spell, and you're going to get a turn, which is OTK next turn, which is good. And that's it for me. Thank you all.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's Locals episode. I know there was a lot of different decks, so I think it was very fun to watch today, especially. And like I said, definitely not a tier 0, but I feel like we're going to be entering into it as soon as Mavens come out, which will be next week. So I'm super excited for that. Going to be playing all the Ishizu tier, so we'll see where it goes from there. And also, guys, again, if you guys want to check out any of the merch or the new Musashi line, you guys can head over to HeadtoHeadBattles.com. All the links will be in the description box down below. And yeah, I don't want to keep you for any longer, guys. So this was Ginger from HeadtoHead Battles, signing out.
What's up, guys?
If you haven't subscribed, make sure to click that button right there in the middle.
Also, if you haven't watched that video that YouTube is recommending you, it's probably crazy, alright? Go watch it. This is Susu from HeadtoHead Battles.
Ginger from HeadtoHead Battles,
Signing out.